found out the photographer's wife was pregnant, so everyone was cautious and all that.
Yeah.
It's when it just started and we're talking about lockdown. I came home from that shoot because one girl who was great when she had baby fine hair, she didn't make it that one. She was great even at 1 month, but she was like, oh, I woke up and I'm feeling a little fever and this would stay home because it was just starting. We're like, we're not getting this thing.
Yeah.
So I came home and I said, Marisol, what do you think about, would you and Grace want to come and stay here for 2 weeks?
She's still
and she
there.
never
March
left.
16th will be 4 years.
Can we
She's
move
been there
in?
fucking 4 years.
So who lives in G1?
Me.
Just you.
Just me. And,
And
the
the
angels.
puppies.
And the angels.
And then who lives in G2?
Marisol and her daughter. And her daughter is 16 now. So
That's
she's
a
been there since she
big
was
house
12.
for the housekeeper.
Well,
Oh my
no, but it's
God.
also, the gym is in there. So G2 is the gym.
Okay.
And Jeff Lewis made them look, so it did look symbiotic. It didn't used to look like that when I bought it.
Okay.
When you said they look identical.
look
'cause
identical.
do.
I thought it was the same
That was
house
the
I was
Jeff
going
Lewis.
to.
Jeff Lewis didn't renovate my houses there.
Okay.
But he did do the curb appeal. And it looks like one house, so you do.
Yeah, it's very
But
cool.
it's good. I want it to feel like that.
Are you ever going to put them together?
No, not
No.
those. G2
So
is
you're
not.
telling
G2
me-
I've never renovated. It's Marisol and Grace's home.
Okay.
It's the break room for all the staff.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
the
break
gym.
room.
It's the.
So you have
everything.
8,000 square feet for a gym, break room, and housekeeper.
That one's not that big. That one's not that big. That's
7,850
No, that
square
one's only
feet.
3-bedroom.
Oh, 3 bedrooms.
Is it? He knows better than I do.
33.
Yeah, God.
I love it.
32, 33.
How,
my God.
how dare
But,
you put a
but the
housekeeper
yard
on
is my
3,000
garden. I
square
know it's
feet?
terrible for 4 years. And the
Yeah.
garden's down below, and I love
With
you
the
saw
view
garden?
of
Wait,
the
so do you
entire.
have 2 pools? Does each house have a pool or no?
Yeah, I have a pool at the house I live in, and it's gonna get worse, isn't it? I have a pool at the house I live in,
Okay.
and then I have one at the one that I first bought in 2008.
So each house has a
that's
pool.
where, well, yeah, but the one,
Yeah, but the
gets worse.
housekeeper's pool is not renovated and it's Pebble Tech, but his is mosaic from Italy.
no, the one down at the original house is where the angels swim. I don't really even swim in that. It's for the angels.
Chaz.
So
they
you have a
swim
pool for
every
yourself
Friday.
and a pool for the dogs.
Well, they
I
swim
love
every
this.
Friday. They swim every Friday.
Chaz.
But because I have an infinity edge, I've never let them go on my pool because I don't
Did
want
you
to
hear
try
how
to
he
bounce
threw that in there?
Yes,
I have an
infinity edge.
infinity
No,
edge.
that's
Chaz,
why they don't swim in
Chaz,
there.
your language
Because it's an
is
infinity
so...
edge because it overlooks the Chaz Dean Wen billboard.
Yes, Chaz.
No.
I'm so sorry.
billboard's
You know
that
what?
way.
I feel so humbled in your presence, and I have to say that
Where did you
you
find this
are
shit?
so, as a creative, I applaud you for sticking
Yes.
to what you believe and do what makes you happy.
I love
and
it.
if you have 30 fucking pools, enjoy each and
That's
every
GX.
little
No.
drop of the
Babe,
water that
we live
you
in a
have.
6,000 square foot house, so we can't really be throwing
That's
Honey.
what I live
glass
in.
houses.
G1 is
Honey.
6,000.
Honey.
We're on the
Oh, only
same page.
G1 is 6,000, so this is another
Honey.
G1 is 6,000. So you understand me
Honey,
perfectly.
honey, we broke. Honey, we broke. When I wanted to buy the property next to us, I said, I don't want to stay here much longer. I didn't.
We have no neighbors, though.
Honey,
But see, that's
Yeah.
what
we
my-
should
I'm my
buy
own
the
neighbor.
entire
I'm
lot.
my own
Honey,
neighbor.
I'm like, it's empty. No one's going to come here. I don't need to buy it.
Okay,
So you get, but mine is
Yeah.
because the joke is that as a kid, I played Monopoly one too many times as a kid.
Yeah.
And when you get the homes and you get 4 and you can build a hotel. I'm not building hotels, but the point is, you get those neighboring homes and that's when you have
Yeah.
something-
You
real
can never
estate.
have a
You
hotel
have real
because
estate.
you
then.
refuse to charge anybody that stays with
That's
you.
true. That's
That
true.
too. So you're not going to have
funny.
No. Can we
concierge.
start charging Marisol? He said, let's please.
Now, because you opened your salon in New York, right? That
Yeah,
opened. So,
yeah.
did you buy a property
He
in New
didn't
York
mention he owns the
Where do you
building
live in
in
New
New York.
I
At his salon.
I bought that in
Like I sleep on
September.
the couch here sometimes.
Oh, shut
It's
up,
the
you
same.
do
Serious
not.
how many things happened in September? I bought that in September of 2015, but
Okay.
it's from 1845, so it's landmark.
Wow.
So once
That's
we
cool.
got the architect and the drawings,
Yeah.
they submit them, and it took 3.5 years. A vacant building, 3.5 years, can't do anything with it
Yeah.
until they approve the plans. So then they finally approved them. We started working on it basically the end of 2018, going into 2019.
Yep.
COVID happened, slowed it all down because it was gutted. Everything was gutted. But it opened. We finally fully opened January of last year. Fully
Wait,
open.
I do want to ask
When
you
are
about
you
this.
going
It's beautiful.
to ask
and that's
him?
where I live. I live in that when I'm in town. So I have the third floor is my floor. The
Got
floor
it.
above it is for the guys with the angels.
Got it. Yes.
When are you going to ask him? Because
guys
I'm
with
just
the
curious
angels.
when it's
Oh,
going
God.
to come up with a conversation.
Okay.
How does
He's
he
gonna throw something.
travel?
Oh God.
Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
do you travel
going
private?
from one place to the
Wait, do you
other
have a
to
plane?
the other?
I don't have a plane.
You
So
don't have
there,
a
that
plane.
saves me, right?
That's
I don't have a
next,
plane.
right? But you do travel private.
Okay.
You know, it's so hard
Because not
to go
for
to
me.
the
He knows
airport
it's not.
with
Was I
3
not- hold on,
cars.
listen. Was I not going
with
to
the
go on a trip in
puppies.
February? And I was going to go commercial.
Yeah.
He
If
doesn't
I-
even.
if-
He can't even say it. It doesn't even roll off his tongue. Not even first class commercial.
No,
I thought we were
would-
bougie bitches because we went to Dubai and Emirates.
honey. The plane,
Put us to shame.
honey. The plane on our postcard is not our plane.
Chaz's
No,
plane.
no, I don't own a plane. No, I don't lease them when I go. It's
Yeah.
because the dogs go with me. I would never. They're Labradors. They're huge.
Yeah,
they put
you
them
would
underneath.
never-
I would never
yeah,
do that.
no.
So,
So
they're
you have
part
to
of my
charter a
brand. They've
plane.
been going with me for 15 years now.
Yeah.
So when they're with me, obviously I travel private because they go with us. And the other question is how are they on the planes?
Yeah.
They get on the plane, they fall asleep. Bella's usually at my feet. Riley's on the
Yeah.
couch. They sleep.
I would
the
too on a
whole way
private
there.
jet.
Well, no,
honey,
because
I would be laying out your floor. I'd be laying out on the floor
Hilarious.
too at your toes.
When you go to New York, how long are you there for? How long do you go back and forth? Like you're bi-coastal now, right? So how far?
Well, yeah, but just the part of the angels, they sleep the whole time, and
Yep.
the flight attendants are always like, "Oh my God, they travel better than people." When we land, they don't even wake up until
He has
they-
flight attendants on a private plane. Not one flight attendant on a private plane.
attendant, flight attendant.
I can't.
But the
I
point
can't
is,
even
they
anymore.
don't get up and get alert until they hear the seatbelt click. So they're incredible. I'm not joking. They're
Yeah,
amazing.
of course
travel.
they are.
So
Snow White
what did
travels
you ask me?
too.
What word was
But guess
How
where
often
Snow White
do you
well,
has
she
to
can
travel?
travel in a bag.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't even go in the bag. She goes on my
lap. She's
shoulder.
on your
shoulder. Okay.
But
I can't put mine on my shoulder
only
in a
knows.
bag.
No.
But I'll tell you one thing. She doesn't like
a weird
private
question
very
over
much.
there.
She doesn't, because she
doesn't?
wants to be with the public.
Oh,
She
see?
likes going to the lounge. She wants to be able to
Okay.
give and
You're saving
make
money.
other people happy. She wants to be able to be on my shoulder because she knows Daddy can't afford kibble. Then after, she knows how much fumes a private
Oh my
jet
God.
exudes because they're not
Who's
electric.
the vegan and saving all the others?
Yes,
Save,
yes.
save it for all the beef. Hello. Yeah, when they try and come at me on that, I'm like, really? What'd you have for lunch and breakfast today? Dinner. Yeah, I'm saving on all that. I don't have any fumes from
You
any
know
of
what?
my animals.
I
So there. I'm saying
I
I'm
gotta
saving
tell you,
even more.
I applaud you for doing everything that you stuck to your guns
Yes,
to do because
100%.
Well, it just
creatives
evolves. It's
like
not-
us,
yeah, it evolves.
it's hard for people to trust and believe in. And I think at one point
Yeah.
they have to realize the money that they spend on us is never enough because what we provide them is so much greater than a product. It's so much better than what they could have ever imagined. The experience alone of going to a Chaz Dean salon or being in the Chaz Dean company
Yeah.
is an experience, and that something is priceless. And I gotta tell you, when I've been here for like 35 years at this
I
point,
know you told me that. That's
and
crazy.
Yeah.
you don't even need a store. You don't need anything. You could stay home and people will still call you.
Right.
They're still going to come to you. They're still going to want you to do your magic. But I don't know. And I thought about, putting this at the house now and having a whole studio
gosh.
at the
Oof.
house where,
I don't have
No.
that. You don't want that.
you know,
You
and
need- I lived in my
going
salon
to-
when my salon here. I lived there because I bought it in '97
Yeah.
on Fountain. I moved in '99. I lived in the Valley. My first house was in the Valley. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I moved into the salon in '99. I stayed there for 9 years. The first 7 was good because I would go to nurseries on the weekend and pick plants I wanted and come and put them where I
Yeah.
want them planted. I was able to cultivate what I wanted. But for the first 7 years, it was good. And then I would realize that there was a time I got in my car to go to the grocery store. And when I got in my car, I realized I hadn't left the property in a month.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's not normal. I need to get
Yeah.
out of here. I hadn't left it a month because it was
Yeah.
a live-work environment. And until I started the car, I'm like, I have not been in this car in 4 weeks. That's insane. And it's like, I never had privacy. I would be a Sunday, Monday, and I'd have people at the gate, and I don't know if you're aware, there was a homeless person that resided there. As
I
well.
remember that. Yeah.
Spirit was incredible. Spirit was there when we found the property.
Wow.
We closed escrow on that one on June 13th, which is my mom's birthday of 97. My other's 13. And it was a Friday the 13th. And she became part of our family for 12 years there. She resided there. She was there when I found the property.
Didn't she
stayed
die
with us.
flipping out?
During flipping out.
Yeah.
I was at QVC and Jeff called me. He's like, we just showed up to film and Spirit passed away throughout the night.
Yeah.
So she was there. I lived there 9 years. She was there 12 years. She was there longer than I was.
I want to know when he's going to New York next time so we can hop on the plane with him.
I have to go to PA first.
I'm there. What
Yeah,
time?
we're going. He wants to go to QVC.
What time?
Oh my
I'm
God.
there. What time?
I wondered what this
What
thing
time?
was.
That fucking bell.
I'm so there. What time?
Where did you find him?
Okay, we're gonna ask you one more thing before we do some hot topics.
Oh,
We have
shit.
one thing I want to ask you.
One thing, you haven't let me talk.
Bitch, you've been talking the whole time.
Is that?
Can I have
was
some
that your
witnesses,
impression?
please?
Was that your impression? I have to grab his
I
hand
think it
so
is.
he can
Well, no,
shut
you
up.
did ask questions. Yours just aren't written down.
He's
Maybe
got
that's-
the
he
same
needs to
fucking
see 'em
things
written
as
down.
me.
Oh,
He
you
just
have the
doesn't
same
follow
thing.
it.
Oh,
I have to put glasses on.
He doesn't follow it.
okay, go.
Jeff Lewis. You've known Jeff
Oh,
Lewis
gosh.
for how long now?
Well, the crazy part is I met him. I was living at the salon and I knew I had to move out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He and I bonded off me. I had my first set of labs were Grace and Montgomery.
Okay.
Montgomery passed away, and I already know, President's Day of 2008. And 30 days later, his sister Grace passed away, and it was
my
broken
gosh.
heart. They were like soulmates.
Yeah.
And that was on Easter Sunday that she passed away, and I was meant to go see a home. I don't know if I knew it was his. I don't think I knew. And my realtor's like, oh, there's a home that before it goes to market, they're willing to show it to you. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
And I had lost Grace that day. 2 labs. I had no more dog. I was a mess.
Of
That was
course.
it. They were all gone within 30 days of each other.
Sure.
And I went to see his house, and when he opened the door, I had watched season 1 of Flipping Out, so I knew who he was. I knew he was anal. I knew that if he's doing it, it's the way we are with what we do. You're going to do it and do it right. So as I went through the house and he explained, it's not quite done. This is what I'm going to do. I'm like, yeah, I saw you. I watched you. And he was intense on season 1. I'm like, this is a house you'd want if you knew he was involved in it.
Of course.
But I knew that I was also going to be getting puppies, and it was the Valley Oak one, and it wasn't conducive to puppies at all. It didn't have a yard. It just wasn't. But
I remember the Valley View. Jeff
the
did
Valley
our
Oak
house.
with all that. So we went through the house again. I was tears from losing Montgomery, but then now Grace,
course.
and it was the day of. So I still went because he knows that I don't. Lost my mom. All the things I lose, I'm like, you need to keep going. You don't lay in bed and just da-da-da. You just got to keep going. It doesn't mean you don't acknowledge it. You don't, but also you don't just wallow in it. So
I
I'm
mean,
like,
even
I gotta
people
keep
that
going.
fly in a private jet sometimes get sad.
Oh my God.
So I
hard.
went at the end of it. He knew I'd lost both of them.
Yeah.
He loved animals. So we bonded over that is the bottom line. We bonded over his love for animals, mine. It wasn't the right house for me. I ended up buying the one in Los Feliz instead. But when I did, and I brought the property next door, and when I was going to build, I said, no, I take this back. Hold on. It had nothing to do with that. So when I did, and I bought the house I was, and I moved out of the salon because I lived there, and I was going to renovate, I thought, hey, I wonder if I only knew him buying and flipping for himself. So I wonder if he does this for other people, like if he would renovate the salon for me. So I reached out. My realtor reached out to him and said, hey, we have a project. Wonder if you'd be interested in. And this
And
was
he
in
did on the show, right?
2008.
Yeah.
Well, that was the part is when he did. He asked me, and he asked me if I would do it, and I said, hell no. I did. I said, hell no. He goes, I won't be that way with you. I'm like, really? I watched it, and I said, no, I'm good. Just do this, whatnot. And I didn't know until because we started before they started filming.
Right.
So. When it happened,
you're
I
a
ended up
designer
doing
too.
it.
Like
That's
Paul's
exactly
a designer.
it.
You're a
I
hair
know what I
designer.
like, but all that, and I know what I like. And
Clash of the designers, right?
No, but we worked well together. Like he would give the things that. What he liked about me is I know what I like. You can't talk me into something I don't like. There were 2 things he did, and one was a fireplace with the 2 marbles, like 2 parts of the marble. He wanted one to be the facing and one to be the hearth, and I wanted the other way. And I ended up going with his, and after it was done, I'm like, I shouldn't have let him talk me into it because I know innately what I really want. And those are one thing.
Did you
But-
change it?
No, of course I left it that way, but I'd want it to be the opposite of what it was.
course.
I think it's been changed now
I
because
think
he
does
redid
it.
them like
I
9
think he
times.
does it on purpose to leave his little mark.
I think so.
on
His
it.
signature there, like
That's what it is.
But even when he does,
he knows.
Yeah, he worked
He
with me on
knows.
B. There's B1, B2, B3, and the retail bungalow. He did the fourplex behind us. He did the duplex. He did everything on that. We were there for 9 years. We were on 9 seasons of the 11 seasons.
Oh, I didn't know
so
that.
We were on 9 of the 11 seasons.
I think
He did our house on interior therapy, and Paul and Jeff clashed like you wouldn't
he
didn't
believe.
clash,
But he did-
would
Oh,
try
they
to-
clashed.
He would
No,
try
we
to
never
ruffle my
clashed.
He was intense, and because I'm always calm,
we didn't clash.
I'm calm. He would
He
try
just
to
never
ruffle my
liked
feathers.
me. We never clashed.
She never clashed. She just didn't like
He just
me.
didn't like me.
You know, mine. He would push my buttons, and
Yes.
he wanted a reaction on me, and I just wouldn't give it to him. And then finally one day,
You're not like me.
No, I don't give it to him.
I took a
we were
sledgehammer
out-
to the walls.
I could.
He wanted the fireplace. Jeff
I had a
covered
fireplace.
up our whole
Covered it
fireplace
up.
in the foyer, and when Jeff was gone, Paul took a sledgehammer
I
and
started hammering in.
and knocked it all open.
And then
You're
I
like,
started
"Hello?"
drawing. I started drawing
your fire?
my idea all over the walls.
the
This is what I
walls.
want. I need
After
the window
did
to
he
be
come
this
back?
shape.
After
I need
Jeff
the,
had freshly
I
painted
did,
it, he was so pissed.
I drew with a Sharpie, a thick, big Sharpie, all over the walls, and we have high ceilings.
goes, "This is where I want a
drew
window."
the curtains. I did the tassels.
And Jeff said, "There's your fireplace."
I did the balances. I did the
He
balances.
was so mad.
I have to see that.
He's
You
like,
have to let me know
what
episode
child comes to the house and draws all over the fucking walls? I said, well, your architects didn't know how to
What
do
year
it.
was this? Was this pre-Monroe?
Interior
Was it
therapy.
pre-Monroe?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Pre-Monroe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
Jeff
child
said
would have
Paul
done
was the worst fucking client imaginable.
That's what he called me. He
I
called
need
me,
to
you're the
see that.
worst fucking client. I said,
Is
I'm-
that how you
know-
met?
You know what
Yeah.
I told him?
Oh.
No, we knew him before.
Before,
you
but
know what I
that's
told
the
him?
show, yeah.
I said, well, I don't take rich people's monies and then just go shopping with it. You know what I mean? I'm like, show me what you made.
These
I
two
said,
were
I
like
make
Clash of
things
the
from
Titans.
scratch.
I was
so
just
don't
like,
you
oh my
talk to
God.
me. I love Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, you
But that was
Jeff.
funny.
Jeff,
I
you
love
don't
Jeff.
know where you're landing exactly.
No,
That's
but
funny.
you know what? When you're doing a show, it's very different than when you're in your personal life
Yeah, of
and you have
course.
a friendship. That's very different, obviously. And the friendship we have, it goes deep, just like you do.
Was yours was it? Hold on, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but was yours? What was that therapy?
Interior therapy with
Yeah,
Jeff
because
Lewis.
mine with flipping out, people
Yeah.
always thought it was scripted shit. I'm like, no, they came, they
always thought that
whether
about
I'm
us,
with
too.
clients or not. No, they
Yeah.
never asked
No,
you to
ours
repeat
was-
anything.
ours was
none.
scripted.
Oh, ours was it?
Yeah, ours was
No, it
scripted.
wasn't.
They told me to say the things
No,
that
they
I
didn't.
was
He's
No,
trying
they
to cover
did
his
not.
ass.
Oh my
He's trying to
God.
cover
They
his
did.
ass.
The producers, they did
Oh,
it.
he's so full of shit.
They told me what to say. They gave me the sledgehammer. You should see. I have B-roll. They said,
Oh my
here's
God.
the sledgehammer.
We
Paul.
already
You
know
need
you
to
were
go
not
knock
buying
down
it.
that
You were
wall.
not-
Bullshit. Okay, speed dating.
No,
how
okay.
was it?
Oh, God.
Because you went to speed dating, right?
Yeah.
Tell
he-
us.
he
Jeff,
brought-
Jeff initiated
He
that
brought
one.
one of the guys here, Jordan.
Jordan, I apologize.
Jordan, you were at speed dating?
No,
He
no,
was.
I don't think so.
He's on the wrong team.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
Jordan.
Okay, so how was it?
Well, Jeff asked
Well,
me if
now
I'd
that
do
he
it.
didn't know you flew private before he found out.
now it's all
Things
different,
may be
Jordan.
different. Yeah, he's one of them. It may be different now. He may need a G3 and a G5 to fly in.
Speed dating.
Speed dating. Jeff asked me if I wanted to join, and I just, knowing me, I just said yes without thinking about it. And as it got closer and closer, even the day of, I'm like, holy fuck, why did I say yes to this? I was freaking out. I do not do online. I don't date. I don't do online dating, Jordan. I don't. But I'm not a dater. My point is, I'm not a dater. I stay in my business. Last time I've been in a relationship, and I'm not joking, it's probably like 10 years ago.
Mine has
It's
been
because
20
I
years the
work.
last time I was in a
That's what I
relationship.
mean.
Since I got
work.
married, fuck it.
Yeah,
It's
and I'm
been-
happy. But I'm happy is the point.
The relationship
So-
you were in 10 years ago, how long were you together?
Well, it was 6 months because he was a serial cheater. No, he was a fucking serial cheater. He
So
was on
what's your
Grindr, all
longest
kinds of shit.
relationship?
2.5 years.
That's it?
Male and female, 2.5 years.
What?
Well, I don't date. I've been single most of my life, and I'm good with that. Because why do you think I have the things I do have is because I focus on that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
takes all
I'm
the
more than
money and
okay with
spends
that.
it.
In the beginning, when you're in your 20s and 30s, you think, oh, I want something. And as it goes more and you carve out your life, it's like, I'm content where I, and this is the Marisol thing. Marisol's always saying, oh, I get married, I'll get this. I'm like, you don't have anyone. And I said, Marisol, are you happy in life? She goes, yeah. And I go, what percentage? Like 70, 80, 90? Like I'm 90% happy in life, 90% plus. So I said, why would I go from 90% to going in a relationship where I would now be maybe 50, 60, or 70? Yeah,
But if
some
you
are 50,
find
50.
somebody great, like
Well,
I
that's
found
exactly it.
Paul,
I'm not going to diminish
it's
my
been
90%
amazing.
happy.
Don't you feel like you're missing it though, not being
No.
with someone that you could share your life with?
No,
No.
for some people.
No, again, if you asked me that 20 years ago, I'd probably say yes.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
But now I don't. And I know what you mean by
Chaz,
that.
Yeah.
Between you and me,
Yeah.
we're the same.
Oh,
Because if I
He
wasn't
doesn't want to be in a relationship. Go
no,
on.
if I wasn't in
Jeff's like he is. Jeff wants and needs to be in a
If I
relationship, but I'm not
wasn't in
that.
this
Because he does.
loving-
He says yes.
if I wasn't in this
You would be
loving
content on
relationship,
your own.
I have so much in my life
That's full.
that I've been able to do because I've granted myself the passion.
Yeah.
I found what makes me happy every day when I wake up because I love doing what I do. Everything that I've done, that I've created, is because my two hands, my brain, my body functioned for it. Not because everybody else told me I couldn't do it, not because everybody else beat me up because of it, because it was something that innately made me whole. Having a relationship that supports it is what I needed. But
And
if
you
it
found a
wasn't,
good
and
match
I
is what it
found
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
you
if I
get that.
didn't
Don't you-
have
you
him,
don't want that?
I
You
would not
really
be in a
don't want that?
relationship.
I'm very open to it,
Yeah.
but to find again, if I go on dates, I'm like, whatnot, and there's so many red flags. I'm like, no, you already know. It's
So
like,
how was speed dating?
okay, you got the speed.
Yes.
It was even getting there. We got hit. We got T-boned on the way there.
Oh
but
my
in
God.
What do
our-
you mean?
Well, we were our driver was driving, and we're on our way there. Fuck, here I go again.
He got off the private jet.
I don't drink and drive,
The
so I
driver
have a
doesn't
driver.
even have a name. Driver was
Well,
driving.
no, I'm not putting him under the bus.
I'm kidding.
And he's had this driver for how many years again?
Well, we've had him for years, but
Uh-huh.
I don't.
It's part of the
won't-
family.
I won't
he
drink
lives in
and drive.
G3. Takes Marisol shopping.
Don't drink and drive. Have a driver, or you can Uber.
Okay,
but
so
whatever.
you got
My
T-boned
husband
on
has
the
a
way
driver
on
there.
the way
too.
there,
Thank
no
God you're
joke, because
okay.
he knows like everything set us back on that day. Like the meetings we were supposed to have with my club was pushed
Yeah.
back an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, I got to get in the shower. I got to get ready. He knows I was so ready to be there and whatnot
Yes.
on time. So everything got pushed back, and then we were driving there, and then when I was getting T-boned, I'm like, maybe the universe is telling me not. I mean, we literally got hit and flat
I have a
tire,
great lawyer
everything.
for
Wait a
you.
minute. So you didn't
okay.
go to the
You
speed
see
dating?
how
No,
he
no.
just
So
talks
we
over
got
me?
out. I said, we're going to have to go by Uber.
saw
So we
that,
called
right?
an Uber. We went by Uber. We were only 7 minutes late, right? 7. Yeah, we got there at 6:37. We're only 7 minutes late, or 7:37, whatever. So we got there, good timing, went in. And once I went in, I'm like, okay, it'll probably be okay. I was freaked out because I'm like, I don't date. When you date, you get used to conversation and what I don't have that because I don't do that. I really don't. So I don't know the dialogue. And so tell me about yourself and what are you doing? I don't do that because I don't go on dates. There's many people that serial date and they're used to that. I've never done that ever. I've either been in relationships or I'm single, but I'm not a dater.
But
and
you're
I've
never
ne-
single
I've never
because
been
you
there.
have yourself. 'cause
Well,
you're
meaning
so
single
happy.
relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have the dogs.
I love.
I have that, and I love that. I love the time.
I swear
so
to
to
God,
answer
I
your
love my
question,
time.
if there was something that came along, 100% I'd be able to do it. But I don't want to be in one. I watch people and I see with my clients, like they're always fighting and bickering and this and that. I don't have that, and I love that I don't have that. So does that answer it? If I had
It does.
one that was had harmony and had felt right, I would be open to that. The other part is because my life is so filled, I wonder, do I really have time for that? And I've been shown that the people I have come along, like even the one that was a serial cheater 10 years ago, it's like I proved to myself that if there is someone, I can carve out that time. I can make that time. And again, because I didn't know if I really could, because I'm here, I'm QVC, I'm New York now. I didn't even have New York then, but creating products, working in the salon, my life is insanely filled. He knows it. I barely sleep. So I'm like, can I make time for that? And it showed that I could.
And Paul was going to ask you something. I interrupted him. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul. What were you going to say?
I forgot.
No, you were going
Not
to say something.
important.
But okay. I
Oh.
guess it's not important. But
Okay, no fighting.
I don't know. So did you meet anyone at speed dating?
There were potential ones. It's funny because there were potential ones.
Okay.
One was a guy, the first one that sat down knew my on-air guest from QVC. He's like, oh, I moved here from Philly. He was a newsman, and my backup guest on QVC is Gina Gannon, and she does the news there. He's like, oh, I used to work with Gina Gannon. So I'm like, okay, you know someone I know. We took a selfie. I sent it to Gina. She goes, oh, we used to work together, whatever, Philly. The next one came in. He actually used to work at QVC, 2012.
Oh, my
It
God.
was so
They all
bizarre
live in
how
LA?
connected-
Down
No,
the street?
No, he lived in Philly as well, but now they're here. It's like,
Oh.
so it was really bizarre. So I had ones that at least I would test the waters and see. Other ones were really great. And I'm being honest, because they had either can't wait to keep the conversation going or not at all.
Yeah.
And to mine, the first box means, yeah, you're really interested. The second one meant they were good and nice, and I'm good with it. And the third one was like, absolutely fuck no. So like, you needed another category, because my middle ground didn't mean, oh yeah, I want to continue dating and whatnot. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. So I had a couple that were in the top, well, I think two that were
Well,
in the
how's
top
it going
tier.
with Jordan so far? You've been here for like 40 minutes.
Jordan doesn't speak. Jordan, you probably would fit in perfect, because I know I'd have my space.
Were there any ugly people at speed dating, or were they all pretty?
There wasn't any. No, there
I'm always
was.
curious who goes.
There
to
wasn't
these things.
anyone ugly. It was better than I thought. There wasn't anyone ugly. It's just there's people that they're really nice people. But it's just we all have a type.
Yeah.
I do expand beyond my. Like she asked me what's your type. I'm like, here's my type, Jordan. But I was open to. Both of you kind of could be, because I'm
But
Latino
I'm
and
open
black.
to Miguel,
Yeah.
but we know he's
Well, no,
always.
I'm Latino and black
yeah.
is what my type would be, but it doesn't mean I stop there. Like I have dated
Yeah.
white boys, but I wouldn't go after white boys. But if there's
Yeah.
something there, okay, let's see what's there.
Stop looking at my husband that way.
He was looking at you because your phone was on.
Yeah,
I'm not a
like,
white
what's
boy.
happening? No, I was looking what's ringing over there, what's happening.
You know
so
what?
yeah, so she asked me my type and whatnot. What I think would make it better, and I told him, is that if you're there and you have all these people, put like, because Jeff was cheating, and he already told you. He said on his show yesterday, he's like, he was bribing her, he was giving her money. I want to see this guy, that. I'm like, that's not what he knew. He broke the rules. He drank his 4 drinks. He said it on his show yesterday. He's like, you're supposed to have 2 drinks. He had 4. I had a half a drink because I just wanted to take the chill out, but I wanted to have my faculties. So. What I said is what make it better is if they had the whole room filled with people and everyone had a number on them and their name, and you're like, I would be interested in being. You can give her 4 and she can pick your other 4.
Yeah.
I think that would be better instead of going through ones that you kind of know aren't. You know what I mean?
And do they send you the names afterwards, the emails?
Well, I sent it to you. She hasn't done it yet.
And
you need
did
to
you
get
get
her
You
any?
now.
haven't gotten any names?
Well, she said, I said, reach out to him, please. 'cause
that
she'll
was
get
$30 wasted. Hello.
She'll
We
get
need
a
some
much
names.
better. She'll get a much quicker response from him, and that's why I told her I won't get back to her.
Of course
he
not.
will. So
Yeah.
we have to reach out to her. I'm busy. You're busy. That'd be like
You're
me saying
right.
it to
That's
you.
why I don't
Booked
answer
and
the
busy,
phone.
bitch.
Didn't answer it.
I don't care.
Yeah, so you get it. It's
Nobody
like,
has my
I'll
number.
get to it, but it'll be at
That's
midnight or
true.
2 in the morning. You want to answer it then. So yeah, and again, I would do it again because it gave me the confidence of just putting myself out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it was, and it
I
wasn't
think
as
it's
scary. And
beautiful.
he thinks like everyone was on the same page with it. It's not people coming in cocky, whatnot. Everyone was on the same page. And everyone had that same energy of nervousness. And like I met a great guy who worked with Martha Stewart for 5 years. And it's like, I'm like, oh, she was at QVC too. He's like, she still is. It was weird how connected all it was. But it's not that he was my type, but he was still a nice guy. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, who would he be? And I thought he would be good for Doug. I don't know if Doug met him. So yeah, it's like, even with that. So I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
I would do it again.
Okay.
I would do it again. I would just want it to be like, I'd hope it could be like to where at least I'd be interested here, find out more about that, and you can pick 4 for me as well.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should have a party here for
should
you,
do
Chaz.
that. Here?
And not tell anybody. Bring a bunch of random people that I like that we find on the street, right? That I know your type. And I'd go, you know what? We're having a cocktail party. Please come. Having a cocktail party.
And you won't
please
say
come.
why.
And then we won't say why. And then you get to pick whoever you really want. And then it's like undercover.
Okay, we'll do that.
How about
kinda
that?
like
I
that.
would be open to that.
Nobody
As
would
long as you don't know
know.
what, as long as, yeah.
I like
Right?
that.
Yeah.
Straight, gay,
Well,
demi,
it's better
whatever.
when there's
we don't
no
care.
It's better when there's no pressure on you. There's nothing. They wouldn't even know what's going on coming into it. So it's kind of
And then we'll just display the house, the private jet, the driver, and then we'll see who's gonna stay.
No,
and who's
I
gonna
don't
House
want.
says-
I want them for me, not for this stuff.
Wait, but you said you date women too?
That before
Not
I wanted
anymore.
before. No, that was high school.
Because he
no.
wanted to play with the dolls and do their hair.
But you want to have
We
kids
always
or
wanted
no?
to do
Are you
that.
No,
done
that's the
with
element
that?
as well.
Kind
People
of-
like, and again, it's people told me, oh, you should. Like, and again, you probably get the same thing because your creativity, you need to pass, like Dr. Danasik, she used to tell me,
Yeah.
you need to pass that DNA along. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like, as you keep waiting and waiting, I'm like, I don't know where you stand with that.
well,
but
Elton John was 70 before he had
oh, I have
kids.
plenty of time.
Yeah,
his
so we-
own, but his own?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's time.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we're
Still
only
got time.
32, so we got plenty of time. We haven't even started doing what we're supposed to be doing. There's so much more to accomplish. Not enough time in what's given to us in 24-hour periods.
I know.
That's true.
When you think about it, it's like when you really sit and think about it, life just is really short.
It
It
really,
really is. And so
my brother's passing taught me that, and I don't take life for granted at all because it was a
No,
nice
every day is a
accident.
blessing, and I love it. I love it
100%.
every day.
should we do some hot topics, babe?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You can do the first one. our hot topics. We want to get your opinion on some of the big headlines in the news today.
Okay. Oh, here comes the glasses.
That's not the hot topic. Oh, there it is. You got it.
He can't see them.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Which one is the hot topic?
Topics? We got 4.
Oh,
You could pick one.
Julie Chrisley prison release.
Julie Chrisley's getting out of prison.
She
Maybe.
is?
Which
Yeah.
one was
I
she
thought
in
she was
for?
going to be there for 12 years. Her husband's gay.
The gay husband.
Yeah,
Todd
oh,
he
they
was
were
Chrisley.
having
tax evasion
sex.
stuff, right?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was having
I mean,
sex
it
with
was
the
either
other one.
no, it was either the pedophile ones or one is all the
Yeah.
whole pedophile family or whatever it is.
Yeah,
and
but
the
I
other one's
thought
tax
I thought she
evasion.
had 8
Tax family.
years. She's only been
So
there
it's the
for
tax
12
family.
minutes.
Yeah.
I know what.
God,
Okay,
it's like a Martha
actually,
Stewart
we brought
prison.
that up at this B day, and it takes you somewhere else. But the Martha Stewart,
Yep.
when he brought it up that he works for her and so forth, and when he explained that when she comes at you, passionate, like I'm sure this one is like, nah. They're like, the people freak out on it, and he's like, just take the message. Don't take any of all the craziness, whatever.
No, it's okay.
Just accept.
Drink some water.
I was trying. Just accept the message.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, we talked about that
Do
because
you
I
need
said,
a cough drop?
Oh no, drink tea. Do you want water?
Take a breath. Relax. It's fine.
I said that after that happened to her, she went to prison. I'm like, she's so much more down to earth. She's so much more normalized now. You feel like you can relate to her. And after Snoop, the weed, and prison,
Yeah.
she's so much more relate. Before it was just like da 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 da. And I feel like she's in better placement now, and it's more relatable now.
She doesn't give a
So
shit.
having said that,
Yeah.
you already brought up. I don't know what happened with the other. What was the dance lady?
Abby Lee.
Did
Abby
you
Lee,
know
she's
her
our friend.
before and after
She's on our
she
show,
went?
too.
Yeah.
But did you know her before and after she
Yes.
went? Did
Yeah.
she become
Yes.
more? Maybe everyone needs to go to prison.
Well,
no, you get
not
what
if
I mean.
we're- not if
What
we're
is happening
us.
with her? What's
Not if
happening
we're
with this
us.
one?
With
What's the
Julie,
question?
she's
Yeah.
getting out. Basically, they're saying she's getting out of prison.
At what term?
Julie
It's like,
Chrisley.
again, it sends the wrong message. Like, yeah, go and do
Right.
it. You'll be there for
Do you
X
think
months.
it was the right thing to send her there? That they should have done prison time for what they did?
Yeah.
Well,
I
why
mean,
not?
Otherwise, there's no, it's like everyone,
Yeah.
everyone would tax evade if not. Yes, I do.
Okay. I've got a hot topic for you. I want to get your opinion on. This is perfect. This is right up your alley.
Oh, shit.
Alyssa Milano setting up a GoFundMe page for her son's basketball team or baseball
Why?
team. Do you think that's appropriate?
Why doesn't she just dole out the money like the rest of us do for our kids?
You know, she was in two of my, she was a host of two of my infomercials.
I know.
Alyssa.
Well,
what
that's
do you
probably,
think?
hold on, Chaz. That's probably why she has to do the GoFundMe, because your check hasn't cleared, because it's still with the airline.
The airline? What's
the
he talking about?
Marisol,
Oh,
you
no.
know.
What do you
no,
think?
it would be like me doing it. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Wrong, right?
I don't know the details of it, like why or how, because I know she just, unless I'm not trying to diss you,
Maybe she's
but I know
just a
she tried to
parent trying to
justify
reach out to other
something on it.
parents.
Yeah, I don't know if it's to bring awareness, but
Yeah.
if it was, I would say, hey, I donated $2,000.
Here's
Let's get a
$5,000,
fund.
let's
Yeah,
go
so
vote.
I
But
don't
it's
know.
10,000 they wanted to raise.
Oh,
Couldn't
yeah,
she
then
just
put down
write a
1,000?
check
I
or
don't-
and say here's
You don't
10,000?
know her
Is that,
situation.
yeah, I don't know. Is it raising it for the whole team or just her son's portion?
I think it's the team.
Well, that's what I mean. So she chip in 1,000, get the ball rolling.
But,
you can
but
get
setting
about
up a
the other mothers?
GoFundMe
No,
is
not
a little,
GoFundMe,
a
I
little
know. Yeah.
wrong.
What school does the kid go to?
Well, that's exactly it,
A
too.
private school that's
Yeah.
$80,000 a
I
year, which
know.
is more than what
Alyssa,
people
I'm not
make
trying
in
to
a
diss you. I
year.
just, it's you signed up for it.
Oh,
It'd be
but
like, it'd be
is it
okay. I
that
guess it'd be
maybe-
like me asking to GoFundMe for to fuel my plane.
Wait, I saw that page.
Oh God,
Or no, that was for G3.
Oh, that was for G3. Yeah.
GX.
Go ahead, follow
GX.
yours.
Can we do a GoFundMe for GX? I need a GoFundMe GX.
Okay, let's
The one
start.
I'm building. Yeah,
Let's
we
start.
need that one. All right. Because I started in 2015 when everything was much better than it is
Yeah,
since
yeah,
COVID.
yeah, of course.
So yes, I
It's
need to
all
go
different
fund me.
stories, sure.
It's true.
I say do it.
I'm scaling everything back now compared to where my head
I mean,
was
if
at
Julie
before.
Chrisley's going to get out of prison after tax
Yeah.
evasion, you've already paid yours. Shouldn't you get a portion of it back?
Yes.
Like, what the hell?
Yes.
You probably pay more in taxes than people make in 1 year or 1
Yeah.
month.
Oh no, it's
insane.
No, a
1 year.
It's insane.
Probably.
Even then,
It's
some-
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, we know. Go ahead, babe. Yours.
Super Bowl parade shooting. Is that sad?
Yes. And then this morning I saw that again. People are throwing the bus, but what's his name? Her boyfriend.
Oh, my God,
Khalees?
and
How do I don't know how to say his
Kelsey.
name.
Travis Kelsey.
That he continued the party and going. I'm like, that's what's fucking
Afterwards.
wrong. After
He
it
was
just-
hanging out
and it
partying
was
at a bar
cop-
afterwards.
It was posted. A cop taking a picture with him. He continued it after.
Right.
That's what's fucked up.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? His fans are
You
there
can't
to
keep
see
it
him.
going.
You can't. If you're a
just go
public
home.
figure and that happens,
shooting?
you
You have a
have to
responsibility.
Yeah.
restrain 100%.
Hell,
Well,
I agree
Taylor
with you.
Swift wasn't there to tell him what to do.
No, then that's the well. That you're bringing shit up. Like she's had red flags, and they keep saying how he was aggressive with the coach on the field. That it's like,
Oh,
she
you
better
mean
know
when
what
he
she's
bumped
getting
into him accidentally and elbowed him?
Screamed at him. Yeah, all that
Oh,
shit.
wow.
No, all of
I
that
had
was
that in the
insane.
bedroom
Like, that
last
was the
night,
first
and I
thing.
was like, "Yay, baby,
Well,
let's go!
exactly.
It's Wednesday."
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
No, it was just like red flags. It's like, again, I have no idea what their situation was, but this one as well. And I don't. What was it? I'm gonna get so in trouble with her fans, but with him singing, what the hell? What he's not at all a singer, and he did it at the football game
Yeah.
when they got it. He did 2 separate songs.
Yeah.
Now at the parade, he did one that I'm like, his voice, no karaoke, please. It's
I just feel
fucking
that
horrible.
if you
Sorry, it
if
is.
you are the face of the team, because he is the face of the team,
Yeah.
you and there's a shooting and people are there. You don't go out to a bar afterwards and continue the party because
Maybe
you
he
won
didn't know
the
about it
Super
yet.
Bowl. He did. He knew. Everyone knew.
yeah, you can't.
Maybe he
do
was
that.
already at the bar and
It
was
shows you
trying
don't
to
give a
leave, and he
shit. It
couldn't
shows you don't
leave.
give a shit.
Kind of.
No.
Yeah, it
No,
does.
that'd be like in Vegas when the concert thing happened. What the concert continued? Okay, they're gone, they're dead. Keep the concert going. No, it shuts
no way.
down.
Yeah.
Well,
We all agree with that.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, runway rundown. We're gonna do one more thing before we do our game, and then he's gonna read your.
Oh, this
coffee.
isn't even the game yet.
No,
Shit.
I don't know.
my husband just wants to know your whole life.
Runway rundown is the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we have 3 outfits.
Uh-oh.
We have 3 outfits.
One could
that
be you,
get to
Chaz.
be able to critique on, and you're able then to share with us your perspective.
And one could
This
be you.
was from which runway? The Grammys were the best out of all of them this year so far.
Red
They're more
carpets. Just red carpet
Red
picks.
carpets in general.
Okay.
How many have you been on just last week?
creative. Where did we find him?
So we have her at the Oscars from
Her.
last
Her.
year.
Actually, her.
And she is wearing, I don't know what the hell she's wearing. Paul, explain it. I get she wears sunglasses all the time.
Yeah, that I don't like.
Which
that
I
with
don't
any of them.
like.
Even Lenny, and I love Lenny, but when you're doing your speeches, show your damn eyes. I love
It's
Lenny.
wrong, right?
Yeah, well, yes, because it's like,
Well,
to me, it's
I
like,
would have wanted to wear those glasses too because this is a repeat dress.
Oh.
And if somebody else had already worn it to an award show and was highlighted at the Emmys when I was present to it, and then somebody else is going to wear it at the
you better
Academy
bring me more
Awards,
people then.
wouldn't they have a list of all the dresses that were already lent out that
Yeah.
weren't purchased,
Okay,
and then
I
you're
already
going to
see
read
It's-
to
What
it?
is this for? You don't know.
Oscars.
Oscars.
No,
I
that-
hate the color.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
Well,
iron.
It looks like a parachute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it is. It's
bad.
a parachute.
It's not an Oscars
But
worthy dress.
that fabric,
I
is
would have
this-
wanted to
What
make sure
fabric
nobody
is this? It bunches.
taffeta.
Yeah, it's no.
It's
Because
poorly-
look at it. You
it's-
know when it's sewn and
it's
it buckles
poorly
up. So
constructed.
you asked me. So yeah, no.
It's poorly constructed.
No. The other part I'm going to say as well,
Yeah.
and when I watch these shows and it's like you're wearing all black, and this is me, I like black diamonds. When you go to the silver and all that, fucking put black diamonds on. You would look so much better.
Yeah.
And that's many of them because all your eyes is going to is all the jewels here, nothing else. So when you're wearing black, wear black diamonds.
Yeah, but I think she just borrowed that necklace and then goes, "Oh, this
Well,
dress
she's
will
not
match."
it. It just reminded me, but
But I think
it's
the
just-
dress, describe the dress, Paul, for our audience that can't see it, that are listening.
They're
It's
not gonna
just
be able
a
to see
halter
it?
dress, a halter dress that's
What is it? High
capelet.
low? It's high low, right?
Yeah, and it's short in the
shorts
front.
underneath?
It looks like a bib in the front
Is
with
it
a
fluorescent
skirt.
green?
It's a
Lime.
chartreuse. Yeah,
Lime,
it's a
right?
chartreuse
Lime
lime
green?
green.
Wow.
And it looks like a
I mean, it's a
parachute.
color that makes a statement.
Well,
it's a
not for the
gorgeous
Oscars.
color
That would
for
make
her.
more sense for Grammys as
I
well.
agree.
It's more
Yeah.
Grammy.
Grammys
than it is
more fun.
Oscars
Yeah.
more elevated.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she
if that
missed
was
the mark
Grammys,
here.
yeah.
I think she missed the mark on the purse too. Would you carry a black purse with a?
Listen, when they gift you all those things and you just kind of rolled out with it,
Actually,
it's
the
wrong.
shoes,
You should have
too.
looked at yourself before you walked out.
Sorry, the shoes too. There's too many things going on.
So
too
much of
many
a
things.
mess.
None
And
of it
there's not
matches.
enough going on. The dress is
Yes.
is basic, it's boring.
So
dress
we
is
all
boring.
agree her is a mess.
Are they-
I
don't
think
get to see
I
it.
think if you gave this dress
Sorry,
to
Her.
Marisol, she would say,
She would think
"Mr.
it's the dumpster.
Mr. Dean,
I throw it
I
away."
put it inside the closet."
No,
I'm
no,
not
she
gonna
wouldn't. She
wear
would say the dumpster.
the dumpster.
She would.
I do like the necklace. I just think it's wrong for
With
this
everything
outfit.
else.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree.
And the shoes are too busy for the necklace and the dress and the
They're gorgeous shoes.
the
items
with
on
something
their
all black.
own-
Something all black.
The items on their own are standalone, but together they just don't
Exactly.
work, not properly.
Okay, Lisa Rinna. We got one of
shit.
Lisa Rinna.
I've known that girl for 30 fucking years, Lisa.
Who hasn't? She's
Chaz,
been on
you do
Days
her
of Our
hair,
Lives
right?
Her
No,
entire life.
I knew-
Everybody grew up with her.
No, even before that, my eyeglass. She worked at the eyeglass store next door to my son before she was on Days of Her Life. When I was at the Run Center. Before she got Days of Her Life, she was in the eyeglass store next door.
Oh.
This is real. She started that whole damn hair. Sorry, Lisa, I love you. The whole haircut started because she came next door to me on a Saturday.
Yep.
And she would come by, and the owner had a dog named Bogey, a big French H.E.R. They would always come by, and she'd just sit. She goes, because her hair was long then. She goes, if
Yeah.
you could do anything in my hair, what would you do? And I described what I would do. I said I would do da 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 da. She showed up on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
With a haircut. Is Umberto still open? Or they're closed? Are they still
They
around?
closed.
Okay, good.
Didn't he
So I
die?
can say this. So,
Somebody died.
Umberto
so
is here.
well,
one
they're
you
going to
said
close
died?
now. No.
Oh yeah, they
So-
are.
Oh
No,
my
Umberto's
God.
Are they?
up the street. I used
Okay.
to
Anyway,
work
Okay,
this
they're
is
up the street.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
So she came in on a Tuesday and I'm like, what do you think? I'm like,
Who the
you-
fuck did that?
I said you cut your hair. She goes, yeah, I did what you said. I'm like, that's not what I said. And I said, sit down, and we cut it. And that's her signature cut.
You gave her the Billy
I
Reed.
gave her the original signature
That
cut.
she wore on Days of Our
but
Lives,
there's
Billy
so many.
Reed.
Like here's where the tea spills, and
Yeah.
this is real, and it's reality. Because remember, I already told you, Nicolette Sheridan was my client.
Yeah.
First celebrity.
Yep.
So do you remember what that means? Nicolette Sheridan was married to.
Oh my
Harry
God,
Hamlin
Harry
first.
Hamlin. That's right.
They separated. They got divorced. So Nicolette was my client.
Oh God.
Harry was my
So
client.
you heard all the dirt in the
And
chair.
I know exactly why. And Lisa was my client.
They were all sucking the same dick. Oh my God!
So they all three were my clients.
Yeah.
And I was doing Lisa's hair
Yeah.
until one day I was doing Lisa's hair and Nicolette walked in.
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, that was it. I lost all of them.
You did?
So, well, of course I did. I lost all of them. And then
Because they didn't all each know you were doing each of their hair.
Of course they did.
Well,
if they
knew
saw
I was,
their hair.
but
Yeah.
to be there at the same time and all that.
Yeah.
So Lisa left me, and because she started dating
Yeah.
Harry and all that, they were together. She left me with Harry, and they went to Jonathan. You know, Jonathan Anton. They
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
So he did it for years, and I would do it off and on. Did Delilah and Amelia and Delilah when they were babies and all that. But so Lisa's I did off and on, but that signature cut I gave it to her, and years ago I tried to get her to grow it in like Gina Gershon Shack.
Yeah.
She left it long, and within weeks she cut it off again. I'm like, you can't die with this haircut. It's been fucking 30 years now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad now she's at least switching up with wigs and looks, and that's
Yep.
it makes it more. I mean, you don't want to be this. It's the same all the
So
time.
you're not doing your hair now?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No.
Because
So,
my
yeah.
look is Lisa Rinna.
Oh God.
The hair is atrocious. I was
I don't
hoping
do
you
it,
didn't
thank
do
God.
this hair because it looked like somebody put a bucket on top of her head and cut it. Describe the outfit because the outfit is almost as bad as the hair.
That's a wig. That's not even her.
Oh, it
hair.
is? See, I don't know. I don't know wigs.
That's a
You
wig.
guys know
Okay,
wigs.
But to be fair,
She's
she's
Yes.
now
playing-
since she's left Housewives, she's done so many. She is killing it. She's 60 as well.
She looks amazing.
She looks fucking
Amazing.
incredible. She's 60 and she's
Yeah.
rocking the runway. She's walking the runway. She's doing all these fashion magazines, and
Yeah.
it is. She had to leave Housewives to do that, and I'm so glad she's doing it. The whole.
Do you think it's the best thing she did was to leave Housewives?
100% for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's acting now. She's doing what she loves.
Right.
So she's acting now. She's on Ryan Murphy's show. She's gonna be in. Fuck, what is it? When Marcia Gay Harden, what is it? Something Todd. It's that.
Oh,
new
Sweeney
show.
Todd.
No, not Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, Sweeney
Something-
Todd.
No, it's an office thing, not Sweeney Todd.
I know what you're talking about with
a
what's
new
his
show
name?
with
Oh my
Marcia
God.
Gay Harden. Is
Yes,
it a law
and,
firm or she's gonna play a newscaster? I just saw an Insta today. What is? She's a newscaster on it.
He was on the show with
Todd,
the-
say it. Todd, shut
Office.
up. Todd, something. Todd.
Yeah, but he
Office
was on the
Todd.
show with Ashton Kutcher, and they before he was on with Charlie Sheen.
70s.
I forget the name of the show.
It's a
but
new
yeah,
show
I know,
called
I saw
something.
It too.
The last
Yeah.
word is Todd.
So she's on
and
that?
I think it has a question mark at the end
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
So she's on that too. I didn't know that.
Well, she at least has an appearance on it. But that's my point. She's doing what she loves doing again. And because her daughters are models, it brought her, right into it. So no, she's worn and she's She had incredible looks. This isn't one.
Can
of
we
this
discuss?
Is like a Beatles.
Can we describe the look, Paul, for the audience? that
Well,
can't see
this
it?
look is very
Beatles?
costuming. I think she was going after a specific
60s.
look that they were doing, probably 70s. And it must have been something that had to do with a theme. Because I know that print
You're like,
of
no.
jacket, too.
It looks like
so
70s porn.
It's something from the 70s. And it was probably indicative of like the red carpet or the
It
event
had
that
to
they were
be.
going to. So this was a role.
Yeah.
This wasn't really like
It's not her normal look. So
herself
no,
being-
and it is a wig.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a
and
wig.
I love
though.
her with a lot of her wigs. Her wigs are,
And she's
she'll
wearing
she'll
everything
end up doing-
vintage.
She's gonna end up doing a wig line, I bet you. I
Yeah,
guarantee
she's.
Oh, she
gonna
doesn't have a wig
She's
line?
wearing
I don't
everything
think
vintage.
yet, but she will. She's
Wow.
gonna be the new Raquel.
Okay.
Lisa, if you don't have your wig, she does everything.
She looks
She's
pretty damn
she
good.
does so much.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Well, you've
Keep
got
doing
to.
it. You do.
Okay, we've got one last one on the runway, and I think this is you, Chaz Dean.
Oh God, please don't do that to me. Is it? Oh, let me see.
Is that really you?
Why do you pick a
I do
horrible
not
one?
know what the hell you
Let
are
me
wearing.
see.
Describe this horrible
Let me
look
tell
for
you
our
where I was going
audience,
first.
Paul.
Let me see behind you.
Chaz, you're so cute.
That's
You are cute,
horrible.
but
Chaz,
the
you're so little.
but the outfit
You're
is
so
horrendous.
I'm wearing my
handsome.
Balmain and my Prada and I don't know. What.
You are wearing
No, but
Balmain,
that's-
right?
that's
You're
really
so
bad.
handsome. Look at you, but you look the same. Nothing's changed except
That
for the
was like-
facial hair. Like you've got more of it now than you did back then.
Describe the outfit, Paul. The look.
He's
for our
wearing
audience.
jeans, a jean jacket, and a
That was probably like
sweater
12,
top.
15 years
A
ago.
Wildcats t-shirt.
Yeah, you look so cute with same black
Thank you,
rim
bless you.
glasses,
Yeah.
same lips. You look the
It was
same.
a casual event, obviously.
It's a very 80s porn star look.
Oh yeah, totally, totally. On a red carpet, you look hot. I think I
Thank
like
'cause
it.
You
I
like
don't
the
think
look?
So.
I do.
appreciate
I love
that.
the look.
Really?
You know
Paul
why?
likes the look.
Thank you.
Because it's exactly what that time frame was, but he did it right because
my God, thank you.
he matched the
Wait.
pieces, the colors, and the shapes with the shoes, with the details, with the sweatshirt that had because this was
Well,
embroidered.
the jacket
back
I'm wearing
in the
there
day.
is what
Yeah.
I wore outside to 37-minute pee. That's what I wore last night. It zips all the way up here. It was cold out. That's what I wore last
funny.
night out for pee.
Yeah,
it
no,
zips
it's
up, it
really
warms up.
cute. But then
I
your
think it's
hair
skin
with the
graft
full
or
hawk,
something.
how cute is that?
Thank you.
So cute.
This is before
was
you
probably
discovered
12 or
black.
15
Because now
years
I
ago.
always see you in black. I never see you in anything else but black.
I wore to the speaking of the speed day, I wore I did not feel comfortable in that because everyone they compliment on it. It was a new sweater I'd never worn, but it was black here, had stripes, but all this was gray. And
Yeah.
it was really soft.
Oh
But
God, it had
it's
gray.
it just wasn't me. I felt awkward in it all.
Do you not wear?
Oh,
You don't
sorry,
like to
I
wear
don't know where you
color
were at, but-
anymore?
I wear color sometimes. It's
Yeah.
just I don't feel. Yeah,
He is the
I wear
color.
black.
Black
yeah.
is not a color. He is the color.
And I love how you're like so clean shaven. You don't. How long have you had
I
the
don't
beard
do
now?
that. I've never had it like long. Like it was
Yeah.
always like that till COVID. Once COVID happened, I like this better.
And you're always gonna keep this.
Yeah, when
It looks good.
and I'm not joking. I'm just saying when I shave it all.
Yeah.
I know I look way younger, but I'm not trying to. With no hair on my face at all, it's like, but I'm not trying to.
Got
And the
it.
reason I know that is because Halloween is the only time I've ever clean shaven, and I just feel,
You're still so recognizable. It doesn't even matter what you do.
yeah, I've only shaved,
Yeah, right.
I think 3 times, and it's always been for Halloween, and I hate it. I can't wait for the week to grow back in.
And you're always wearing glasses. You never not wear glasses. And you have
One
beautiful
eye's
eyes,
nearsighted,
by
one
the
eye's
way.
farsighted,
But you
so
have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
And I always see you behind glasses.
Yeah, ever since when I started, I didn't have to for a long time. When I started to have to, I'm like, shit. And it's because one's near, one's far. I can take them off and I can see all that. But if I was reading something up close, it's like, no.
You can't.
No.
Interesting.
You can't see how pretty I am now.
Oh, yeah, I can. No, it's not that. I can see all of this.
You can only see me with
no,
one
I can
eye.
See, no, I can see all this. If I had to read something on my phone, it would be hazy.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah, so it's
either.
more
Yeah.
nearsighted.
That's what it is for.
Because even this one, let me see. This one sees better up close, and this one sees better far. So this is blurry if I cover this one.
Yeah.
If I cover this one, I can read that.
I want to cover.
So that's why I balance them out.
I think we should do is copy read.
I'll have such a beautiful place in your heart
And
and in your
Nancy's birthday's
life.
the day before mine, so she always remembers my birthday because hers is July 22nd.
Yeah.
So she was close to me. She was amazing. She
Chaz,
looked
you're
like
going to make us
Catherine.
cry.
She looked like young. She was beautiful. She was
Yeah.
87, but her structure, she looked like Katharine Hepburn. She's a beautiful woman.
Wow.
Listen, I'm only
Hi.
I'm only reading what you gave me. I'm not making this shit up. You never told me names. You never told me anything. I don't
I
know.
know.
Wow.
But you see,
Yeah, and Aunt Nancy, he knows. He got to meet her. She was amazing. She was a straight shooter. My sister says, now I know where you get it from. Because if someone asks me, what do you think about this? I'm like, do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to pretend. Most people do that. Oh, you look good. I'm like, no, they don't. You just said that because it was awkward. So my sister's like, now I know where you get it. You're just like your Aunt Nancy. I'm like, but it's not mean spirits, but you're going to get the truth.
If I were
Yeah.
you,
What?
I would go ask the uncle, the brother, if there was any conversation or
I
anything
probably didn't
left,
go to him, but I'll ask.
if there was anything left behind for you.
Okay, the only other thing I can think of, my Aunt Nancy was married. She was 87. Her husband's still alive. He's 102.
Wow.
He's still, and this is, they're URA now. They still were having sex and shit at 102.
Good for them. Yeah.
And we're joking.
Hey, if
'cause
it still works.
Well, that's my point. We would mess with them when they come to the house.
Yeah.
We would put blow up dolls in her car. She goes, I don't need that. I got George at home.
I love
So
it.
yeah. So the element is my point is he's still, and he's doing fairly well. They said considering, because they were together. My God,
Wait,
how many years is it? 70
You
some,
said
60
his
Yeah.
some
name
years.
is George.
Yeah, why you have a G in there? What the fuck?
Well, I was going to ask you because I'm reading, but here's where he is. See, he's on the side, which is still living.
Wait, do you see a G there?
Here. Do you see that right there?
Oh God, yeah.
I was talking to you, Mike.
Do you see that?
Yeah. That's insane.
I have
So
even more, like
so-
I have chills.
He might
You
know
should
because it was
go-
his wife. They talk about they were talking about everything.
You should go
Uncle
ask,
George?
because I think it's something, or the brother.
Is he in Vermont?
Oh my God, the brother's name is Gary. They're both G's.
Oh,
Fuck.
Are they in Vermont?
No, in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
That's what I was going to tell you. When they found I reached out to my agency that I was adopted from,
Yeah.
and when she found them, she asked me where I said I grew up in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. She found them, and she goes, "Where did you say you grew up?" And I said, "Doylestown, Pennsylvania." She goes, "They live in Dallastown," which is close. So when she heard she was in Dallastown,
Yeah.
she thought it was this. And if it was the same state, that would have been even more crazy. But they're Western Pennsylvania. I was Eastern Pennsylvania.
Wow. That's still close.
But it's Gary and George, so one of them might know.
Well, because the
Gary's
way,
the brother, George is Nancy's husband.
well, I mean, if
They've been together, I think it's like 70 years. They were together for 70 years.
You want a phone?
What happened?
this is
Oh,
this
pictures?
is the-
Do
I'm
it
gonna take
good.
a
Okay.
picture because I want you.
Can I keep that? I'm serious. Can I?
I'm gonna
The
give
cup?
You, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a
Sure.
gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not
it
gonna
has-
keep this cup.
Why? I'll buy you a new cup.
Well, I'm gonna give
My
you a
my
new cup.
ancestry's in there.
We're giving you a gift of our cup
I know,
today.
but this
Wait,
won't.
what do you mean?
But
It
he
won't
thinks, but
stay?
I think it's gonna.
No.
Oh.
What
Will it
happens?
stay
is,
if you put it in the fridge?
no.
Freeze it? Freezer.
No. It.
Oven?
What happens is it'll flake away.
Oh.
It'll fall off and it disintegrates, so it doesn't stay. Otherwise, I would have, of course, let you. That's why
Then
we
get
take.
really good pictures. 'Cause
That's why
crazy.
we take pictures of it so that you can, because if
Okay,
all
I'm going to
this-
tell you because you got to see. My mom's name that raised me is Joan. Is there a J in there?
No,
Okay.
It's interesting.
but the
Well, she's the bird. She's a
Oh.
but
bird.
the hummingbird is there, which then tells you that.
That's amazing.
But here,
That's crazy.
look. Do you see this right there?
Paul
Wait,
is
what part?
pointing
The G.
on the picture to show the G to
Do you
Chaz.
see the G?
I saw it in here. Let me see. I saw it here. Let me see where
Right there.
it's on. That's.
No, it's here. Turn it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it
Yeah,
right there. So
right
let me
there.
see where that line is. Oh, yeah, right there. I 100% see it. Look.
Wow.
Well, it's when it's smaller you see it.
Well,
There's a G
I mean,
right
it gets
there.
distorted, obviously, when we're moving
Wait,
around.
what's this? Like MA? What's that down there? Wait a minute. Come here.
Chaz is learning how to read a coffee.
Isn't that a J there? It
No.
looks like JMA.
No.
You know how to read them, but it
No,
looks like an MA there.
because no, it's not Jamie.
It's interesting
You've
because
got
the
the
way
bird,
he
the
reads it,
M,
Chaz, the places
N.
in a certain part of the cup all mean something, like family, work, relationships. It's really interesting. Travel.
That's crazy.
I know. He reads Jeff's cup all the time.
Yeah, he said that.
Are you surprised, honestly?
That is a hummingbird. That's crazy.
Yeah. You could plainly see.
Are
could
you
tell
are,
by
are
how it
you
looks.
surprised that
Don't look at the left side of it, at the bottom, to the left. A little hummingbird. I mean, you
It's
can tell it's a
so
hummingbird.
very-
Not just a bird. You
yeah.
can tell it's a hummingbird.
It's a hummingbird. Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy. Am I what?
I mean, are you surprised that all this is in your cup?
Yeah. Well, yes and no, because I do feel like they're around me when not, but I still am, because the fact that they can make this happen is what's crazy.
But it's also what you're thinking when you're drinking.
But you had such a
intention, you know.
but you had such a beautiful connection with them, and I think it's so nice that it translates. And I'll tell you something else. For a lot of people, this is very scary or uncomfortable. But the way they're placed at the bottom, there's so much harmony and clarity for them. They're in such a beautiful place. They're not in the dark. They're not conflicted. They're not torn. They're where they need to be, sort of a scenario, and they're in the light. Like you see how there's darkness here on the side, but there's nothing in it, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not in that arena. They're not in the dark. See how they're just
down there, yeah.
spelled out, and they're all in the clear. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's so pretty about it.
So weird. There was a woman last night on TikTok, and she used to be atheist. There was 3 parts to it. I saved it, I think. She used to be atheist. She had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
She explained everything that she saw and happened over there, and she went to I'm not going to do it justice, but like all crystals and whatnot,
Yeah.
and like a library, and her book of how many lives she's had and so forth. She went through all of that, and she was completely atheist. Her whole family was. She was raised atheist, and when she came back to, and she went to her family, didn't have anything to do with it. She's never spoken to him about it again, but it changed her life, and it was about kindness and compassion, and saying that all the ancestors, her grandmother, were all there, like in light, like this,
In
and so
light.
forth.
That's
yeah.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so it
It's
was
a
a long.
really,
It was a
really nice
3-part
place
one.
to be.
That was just last night. I saw
Wow.
that, and now this is here.
Interesting.
Well, I don't even want you to put your finger at the bottom and mushy it up, because
Oh, because you normally do that.
Yeah.
normally you're going to stick your finger, twist, and pull out, and then that tells me moving forward what could be. But I don't even want you to do that, even though I have pictures of it. And if you want to do it, if you feel that you want to do it, do it. But if you feel that changes what you've seen now and what you are taking,
Yeah, I'd
back
rather
with you,
leave it.
don't
Yeah, I
do
leave
it.
the harmony of that instead of. Yeah, I don't wanna, yeah, I
Don't
get
do
it.
it.
I don't want to break that up.
Your next copy, read.
But it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Do you see how things come up?
crazy,
I mean, there's
yeah.
so much more I can read, but I think this is enough. It's overwhelmed you enough.
Well, what?
I
No, what
don't-
else can you read?
Oh,
Is it good or bad? You don't do bestseller, do you?
I
Okay.
do.
Oh, you do?
I
Hey,
do
you
all
do
of
good
it.
or bad
Anytime.
stuff.
But I'll tell you, that's the most important thing that comes up in your cup that
Oh my
is-
God,
you're
that's
so
crazy.
connected to.
I think you should speak to them and see if
What?
they know who your father is.
Oh,
I think that would be
yeah.
very. I'm interested.
You
Yeah.
never thought to do that, though. I'm surprised.
Well, because I would figure the woman who had me would know, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and I always thought, like, I'm not trying to disrupt. I didn't want it to be awkward. Like, again, if I found them, if it would interfere with her, I didn't ever want to do that. It's just my curious. So I'm like, at this point, I got to do Ancestry 23, but whichever the one, there's one that's better, and I always mix up which is which. Someone just, I think at the speed dating thing, they found in the same thing. I forget who just told me the story, but someone was adopted. They found, wait, they explained it. Hold on. They had a baby, they kept this one. They had another one they put up for adoption, had another one, kept it, had another one put up for adoption, had another one and kept it. So this one met this one over here
Yeah.
because they connected, and that's how they found the whole family.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, you find a lot through that. She had no idea that she had, but then she remembered her mom being pregnant.
Yeah.
And no, because again, she was the first one. This was the 4th pregnancy. So she remembered her mom being pregnant, but then nothing ever came out of it until now she knows that she put it up for adoption. And I'm like,
Wow.
it could have been for money. Who knows what it was for?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so yeah, you find things throughout. So I feel like I need to. Unfortunately, my sister's done hers, and both her mom and her dad have passed away. So you have to do it sooner than later so that you have more.
Maybe your sister needs to come in for a read.
I should have her do it. Oh my
Yeah.
God, she would, because she found her birth mother, but she, bless her, she had already passed away. She has siblings. Then she found her birth father, and she has siblings from that. And she found out Well, I don't want to tell you because you got to do a reading, actually. You won't remember that.
Interesting.
This is very nice. I'm so glad that you were able then to connect.
Yeah,
with
you
that.
can send me that. Well, let me take one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
we
my
will. We'll
phone?
send everything
He's
to
gonna
you.
send
black
it to
one?
you.
I'll send everything to you.
All right. I still want to take it.
You've never had your coffee cup read,
No.
and you were thinking, "Oh my God, what
You
is
were
Paul
so
gonna say
nervous.
to me?"
You were so
And
nervous.
I joked and I said, "Can I drink tea and do it?" He's like, "Nope, coffee." He's like, "It's Armenian coffee."
Aren't you glad you did it now?
Yes. And my amping went down.
The Armenian cocaine
I thought
is
you
wearing
get.
off.
Yeah, I thought you get it from here. I'm like, how do you read from there?
Sometimes he'll
I read that
say
too
something too.
Oh, you
on
pour that and read.
Sometimes he does.
Oh my God. There might be something on. May the Father is in there.
It's very interesting every time he does this, and it's always different. Wow.
You're about to embark on another journey, though. Something that you've been wanting to do for a while that, the timing was never right for you, that now you're going to start and you're going to find a different kind of happiness for yourself in a different capacity.
Oh.
Because you're having a conversation with someone, one person, about it.
In person?
You're having a conversation with someone, one person,
Oh my God.
about it, and it's gonna happen for you.
Interesting. So what do you think, Chaz?
That was crazy.
Right?
We made him cry.
Oh my
Yeah, you
god.
did.
No one's made him cry.
Wow.
Do you even know how to take the pictures?
Of-
Okay.
He does.
I shoot all my labels.
No. I'm
Do you
talking
really?
about like.
You
Yeah.
shoot all the labels?
Oh, you're looking.
Oh,
You
wow.
see. You know it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shoot all my labels.
No, because
I
I,
didn't
don't
know
know if
that.
you were
Very
seeing
cool.
what I
yeah, I
see
see
that I
it.
was showing you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you saw it, but I don't know if you can find it again
Yep, of course I can.
because it just looks like squiggly lines.
Oh no, the further away, when you get too close, it does. But when you're
Yeah.
further away, you
Well,
see
you
it.
have to because the angles are different.
Yeah, of
but-
course. Well, Paul, are you going to take us out?
No, you do that.
Oh, okay. Well, Chaz, we could sit here all day. I mean, we've got to really get to know you today. It's really kind of fun. I really got a real insight into you.
I think everybody got to know a different side of Chaz Dean.
I'm gonna
Hold on,
tell
we got to
you
do that
something.
again. This
Yeah.
fucking
Wait,
helicopter.
I'm going to tell you something. Next to the G, there's like a 2, and Marisol lives in G2. There's a 2 next to the G, a tiny 2.
Yeah, but
I
that
love
too
it.
has
That's
nothing
not
to
bad
do
for
with
me. Okay, it
Marisol.
doesn't. Good. Keep her out of there. There's a 2 in there. See that little 2 right next to it?
Yeah, but that's not
Okay,
the same
good.
thing as what you're thinking.
When I take a picture, like there's a little 2 in there. Is that good or
No,
bad?
that's not the same thing.
Okay, good.
You have to know how the lines are all connected to each other and why they're presenting themselves.
Yeah, it's very
See
interesting.
the little 2? He knows how to read it.
It's at the top. It's not the same thing.
All right, Chaz, we could sit here all day with you. We love you. I am so happy and excited that you came and you are our guest. We really got an insight into you. Our listeners got an insight into you. Thank you for giving our listeners a discount on your products. We love your products.
Everybody go shopping.
Yes. Your coffee read was awesome. Like,
What do you
really
think about
blew
the
me away.
coffee?
It was.
The coffee read was good.
Yeah, yeah. And again, he knows I don't drink coffee. If I do, it's decaf. So I was so fucking nervous to do it because I get amped.
Yeah.
I'm obviously insanely glad I did it. Thank you.
And where can our listeners find you?
On
every
social-
billboard
well,
across America.
on social media, I'm TikTok, Chaz Dean, Instagram, Chaz Dean, Facebook, Chaz Dean fan page. But
Got
mostly Instagram and TikTok, Chaz Dean.
Okay. And I want to remind everybody to rate, review, subscribe, Undressed with Paul and Patrick. And don't forget, Gown and Out Beverly Hills, 4 seasons. Season 5 is coming out soon. And get your coffee read at paula2.com. On that note, Chaz Dean, you've just been undressed by Paul and Patrick. How do you feel?
Like a tiger.
Yeah, a lion. No, it was amazing. The coffee rate was insane. It just, I was at one level before that, and now it took to a whole nother level. But I'm so grateful I got to know you guys so much better through this as well. That's what's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for being our guest.
See you next time, bitches.
Bye, bitches.
This podcast is brought to you by H.E.R Media and American Media Television. Executive producers are Patrick Simpson, Paula Tu, and Pat Safford. Produced by Jordan Hill and Sarah Silicula. Shooting and editing by Jordan Hill. Music and theme song, Undressed, written and performed by Lionel Cohen, courtesy of DNA Productions. Artwork by Dominique Demetz. And hosted by Paula Tu, Patrick Simpson, and Little Snow White 90210. Remember to follow at Paula Tu and at Patrick Simpson and at Snow White 90210 and watch Gown and Out in Beverly Hills on Prime Video. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode.